On freedom of speech. Sterling Locke. No fetter is more insidious than the gag, nor any chain more easily disguised than the silencing of the tongue. The tyrant of old knew this truth well. It is not enough to seize the purse or to bind the hand. The voice must be stilled, for the voice gives form to thought, and thought gives rise to rebellion. When men cease to speak freely, they cease to think as freemen, and when they dare not think as freemen, they are already enslaved in spirit. We are told in our day that there are ideas too dangerous to be uttered, too offensive to be tolerated, too corrosive to be allowed into the common air. This reasoning, clothed in the garb of civility, is but the eternal argument of power seeking to protect itself. The despot always claims he acts for the good of the people, the priest of orthodoxy to save the soul, the commissar to protect the revolution, the censor to guard against discord, the politician to maintain order and safety. Yet in every age the result is the same: silence imposed by coercion, enforced either by law or by the threat of social ruin orchestrated by power. Make no mistake, to punish a man's words is to declare him property of another. If I cannot speak my mind without fear of sanction, then my tongue belongs not to me, but to my ruler. And if my tongue belongs to him, so too must my thoughts, for thought is but speech unborn. In this way, the tyrant does not simply demand my obedience, he demands possession of my very mind. This is the ultimate slavery. Some may reply, but what if the words are vile, false, or harmful? To which we answer, vile speech is best answered with better speech. Falsehood is best refuted by truth. Harmful words lose their sting when stripped by reason. But to silence even the vile is to silence all, for who shall determine what is vile? Once such power is granted, the line is always redrawn to suit the interests of those who hold the whip. The ancients provide their warnings. In Athens, the freedom to speak Parrhesia was once celebrated as the heart of democracy. But when voices grew inconvenient, prosecutions for impiety and sedition multiplied. Socrates drank his hemlock, not for deeds, but for ideas. Rome, too, once allowed tribunes to speak boldly against emperors, but in time, under Tiberius and his heirs, a word against the throne was counted as treason, punishable by death. Thus the Republic gave way to empire, and empire gave way to silence. Our modern age differs only in its cosmetics. Instead of the executioner's sword, there are the tools of surveillance, the whispered threat of investigation, the bureaucrat's decree, the orchestrated mob of outrage summoned at will by those in high seats. Though the forms are subtler, the principle remains. Fear replaces freedom. When a citizen measures each word, lest it offend the state or its favored factions, he no longer lives under liberty, but under permission. Observe carefully, for it is not only one party, nor a single ideology that falls into this trap. All factions, when seated in power, discover the same temptation: to silence their critics under the guise of protecting the people. Some do it in the name of morality, some in the name of progress, others in the name of security. And the faction presently enthroned is no exception, though they dress their censure in finer robes and speak of justice, equity, or harmony. The tyrant never says, "I silence you for my own gain." He says, "I silence you for your own good." But the free man does not accept this bargain. He knows that even the most abhorrent words must be permitted, for in permitting them, he preserves the space for his own. He knows that to defend another's right to speak, even in enemies, is to defend his own shield against future despotism. And he knows that when the state begins to punish thought, it has already declared its claim to own the soul of the people. We must therefore hold fast. The right to speak is not granted by the state, nor is it sustained by its favor. It arises from the nature of man himself, fashioned as a being capable of reason and expression. To shackle this is to deny his humanity, to strip him to the condition of livestock, whose noises are permitted only at the pleasure of the master. Let us be plain. When a ruler, or a party, or a movement, however noble its pretenses, seeks to punish speech by law, or to coerce silence by threat, or to manipulate the channels of expression to favor only its voice, it has marked itself as a tyrant. It matters not if it wears the crown of monarchy, the uniform of revolution, the suit of bureaucracy, or the smile of democracy. The instrument is the same. The intent is the same. The result is the same. So we say, speech unshackled is the sentinel of liberty. When it falls, liberty soon follows. When men fear to speak, they soon forget how to resist. And when they forget how to resist, they have already been conquered in heart, though no battle has yet been fought.